Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Offensively for Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater will be at the controls, the talented quarterback out of Louisville.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Bridgewater on first down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Bridgewater throwing complete here to Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Bridgewater to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense now getting set here and leading them out in what could be his final NFL season. The game's all-time leading passer, that's Drew Brees.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 4 catches, 67 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Breeze to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Breeze again. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Breeze. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Nothing after one on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To the air again with Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. And again, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints will have the football back. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And this certainly confirms all the chatter, just how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that number 6, That's no longer the final seed. We go 7 deep in each conference now. But you're at the point now where you have to win to guarantee your spot. You don't want to get stuck scoreboard watching and hoping other teams can help you out by winning their games or losing their games. You got to take care of business yourself and erase all doubt.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Come on, baby, we got to.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Breeze now. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long.
To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Bust through the tackle. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch,
And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Bridgewater again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Manhertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, on first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Breeze to throw again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
First down throw for Bridgewater. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Breeze now on 1st down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's Teddy Bridgewater with a standout first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the tackle there, Corn Elder. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Breeze's throw going to be caught by Sanders.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And brought in by the tight end, Cook.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Throwing now is Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
K1 short in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches, decided to try to pass it, and obviously did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the first down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch him napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10
at their own 26.
He'll drop to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he finds Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Breeze now on 1st down. Sanders has it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. The quarterback set up a tent, could have roasted some marshmallows back there. He had all time to throw. Great job protecting it.
Can you have s'mores, too?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how much time he had. Pick your menu. But the beauty of that play was the sense you got watching the offensive line. They could have rushed 4, 5, 6, 7, and it felt like he would have been protected.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Breeze will try again on second down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Now Breeze again. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Breeze to throw again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 37. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Breeze now on first down. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Murray. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Again, it's Murray. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. The quick slant caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that, because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end zone. Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check, 56. Don't say nothing.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. They'll run for it with Davis. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's Davis on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
Well, and a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Breeze and the Saints down 21-16. A little over 50 seconds remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Breeze to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One final try here for Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Carolina, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.